Hi everybody, I'm Jack. This is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Just kind of getting going. Well, actually, I've been going for a while. I've had my banana ice cream. Well, I've actually had my fruit bowl. I've been doing more of the fruit bowls instead of just banana and ice cream in the morning, especially on the mornings when I have time to cut up fruit. And had a mango that was ready this morning and a nice fat papaya. So yeah, I had a nice fruit bowl with some banana and ice cream, papaya, and mango. And I've got enough left of the fruit cut that right after this video, I'm going to go in and make myself another. Now, the topic of this video today, like I do with a lot of them, so there won't be any misunderstandings, is I'm just talking to some people with a special set of circumstances here, or people that are trying for a specific thing. It seems like all the time this whole cooked raw thing seems to be all or nothing. And there's a lot of people that are trying to do all raw, and they're almost obsessed with doing all raw, and they, then they need the cooked, and it's like I've used that term, they're white knuckling it as long as they can. They feel the urge to eat some cooked at some point, but they keep holding off. I can do it. I can do it. And they eat, raw until it really just falls apart. And then they decide, okay, well, I'm going to have some cooked food, which no harm, no foul. Now, like I say, the purpose of this is just to give some, kind of give another perspective for the people that are trying to do all raw. If you're not trying to do all raw, it's all good. I know, and more than I can name, a lot of really healthy, happy, functioning, high carb, raw vegans out there. Like I say, a lot of them seem to I resonate with a lot more than the raw crowd, but why does it have to be all or nothing? It seems like every time the people that are trying to do the all raw thing finally give in in their book. I'm using terminology to the way I think they think, giving in and eating some cooked food, it seems to just take them on this spiral downward. And I think it's probably because they didn't have a little bit of cooked food earlier when they got the cravings. It's kind of like, when you put a pot to boil on the stove and you put a top on it, or somebody's cooking something on the stove and they put a top on it. And it'll boil over. Well, a lot of times all you got to do is just, it's called a pressure valve. Well, and some of them have them built in, but you can do it manually. You just take the lid, you let a little bit out, put it back on, and it's okay. Well, that's kind of like your pressure valve. If you really start feeling that urge to eat a cooked meal, maybe it's better that you eat a cooked meal, that you have it thought out in your head, because I think when you get to the point of desperation, I think when you get to a point of, I can't handle it anymore, I've got to eat cooked, you're kind of freaking out. Then you start making bad choices, and then you kind of spiral downward. Whereas, when you're just kind of like thinking, I really would like to have some cooked food right now, maybe that's the time to cook yourself something very clean and eat it, and enjoy and experience that warm cooked food, whatever it is you're looking for. Keep it clean. Maybe it's just, if you want to keep it as clean as just steamed vegetables, the broccolis, the cauliflowers, steam yourself some spinach, boil yourself some spinach, whatever you need to do, but keep it nice and clean. Even if you're going to have some of the starches, no harm, no foul. But what I'm getting at is, it's all about where you end up. It's all about the final result. It's all about the big picture. And if that's going to prevent you from holding on and then eating cooked food and then going downhill, at first you're eating somewhat clean cooked food, and then it gets sketchier, more suspicious, more ingredients come in. You're adding a lot of fat to it, you're adding oils with the starches and stuff, and it just spirals down. And I think a lot of times that could all be prevented, if you just release that safety valve and had yourself a healthy cooked meal. It's not going to kill you. I mean, I've showed people, you can get back on the raw thing after eating a cooked meal or two. And like I say, I don't want to get into the back and forth with why raw is the best, this or that. I'm just talking to the situation of people that are trying to be all raw and it's not working out for you. You keep falling, and you spiral into these periods of eating cooked food. And these periods of eating cooked food that are, I think most people will agree, are not the best choices in the world. So just something to think about. Little strategies. That's what I like to come up with here and there. It's just little strategies for different situations. You apply them here and there. Maybe one person finds this one beneficial. Maybe one person finds another one beneficial. But that's, you know, it's just like tick, 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 tick. Little tricks to make things, you know. That's what I did with in my early days. You know, I picked up little tricks here and there. One little trick would be immense help, and some wouldn't. But anyhow, give it some thought. If you know, it doesn't have to be all or nothing. It's not about being in a club. It's not about wearing a badge. It's about being the healthiest version of ourselves. And if eating a cooked meal at the right time will help keep you higher raw, isn't that logical? Than to keep, in other words, and to keep fooling yourself and telling you raw is law, raw is law, raw is the best, but you can't do raw is law, raw is the best. So if this is going to keep you higher raw, you know, can you really argue with that? Just something to think about anyhow. Hope you guys like this one. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. Hope you'll subscribe to the channel, and I hope you are having a wonderful weekend, I think. Peace.